Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Raising Ummah. Today I have one of the my favorite things about homeschooling. It's game schooling. So I use games to introduce academic topics or to just practice something that we've already learned in school. But today actually I've used something that I have that I introduced something to my 4-year-old with a game that I have never introduced to him before, and it was really fun. I did it with him yesterday, and I thought of sharing it with you guys. So I somehow ended up with this game. I have a card game. No idea where I got it from, but it's called Messy Zoo. So it comes with dice and then cards that has animals. It comes in Arabic and English, which is really neat. So it has a picture of an animal, the name in English and Arabic, and then it has a drawing of the habitat where the animal lives, and then the animal group that it belongs to, and it's color coded. So we have the birds, we have the fish, we have the invertebrate, we have the mammals, all these groups, okay? And then it comes with a board, a tiny board, um, uh, two-sided, one for the habitats of the different animals and one for the animal groups. And then each one has numbers on it, though, like the dice numbers, 1 through 6. So the way you play it is you distribute the cards to all the players, and then you roll the dice, and if you get 3, like here, that will be this card. You pick a fish card, and you tell the information on the card. It's a great white shark that lives in the habitat is water or oceans, and then it's a fish. It belongs to the fish group, and then you put it on the game board, and then once you're done, the winner is the one who's done with all the cards. First, okay. Now, so you can play either by by doing this side or this side. So that's it. So what I did in the beginning with my 4-year-old yesterday, I told him, you know what, because we have you know that animals live in different places. You know, the fish, for example, doesn't live in the desert or doesn't live in the forest. It lives in the ocean. So we call the place, the home of each animal, we call it a habitat. And I went over these different habitats, and then we played the game. And then he loved it so much he wanted to play it again. So I went over the animal groups, and I told him, you know, because we have so many different kind of animals, scientists decided to make them into groups or put them into groups so it will be easier to study. So animals that share a lot of things together, they put it in one group. Like for example, birds. They all have feathers and wings, and they kind of fly. And then actually, as we were playing, we came across the penguin, and I was like, oh yeah, put it here with birds. And he was like, but penguins don't fly. They're not a bird. I was like, good question. I mean, good observation. Well, but penguins share more characteristics with animals that do fly, or we call them birds. So the scientists decided to put it in the bird group because they don't share as many characteristics as they do with the birds. So we put them here. So I'm quite sure he didn't grasp everything I told him, but with repetition, and with, at least he gets the very main idea that animals are grouped in different groups and they live in different homes called habitats. And it's a good introduction to the topic. And later on, definitely in a book or even an academic curriculum book or a video, we're going to come across the same topic again, and it will be stuck in his mind, inshallah. Now, because I want to play, like if I want to introduce this topic more, I don't want him to get bored from the game, so I try to use the same game in different ways. So what I did yesterday, I made copies of each of the sides, and I gave him a copy, and I took a copy. And what we did, I gave him cards, I took cards, and then Actually, no, I didn't give him cards. We just put all the cards on the floor, and then we keep drawing from the floor. And the one who completes his circle first is the winner. And of course, as you are bringing, drawing a card, you tell what it is and what groups it belongs to without even the dice at all, for those who don't like to play with dice. And another way that we played, and it was fun, and I played it with the older one, the 7-year-old, and even the older, like even older ones, the 10 and the 15, even they liked it, the 20 questions. So you put all the cards on the floor. You don't play with the board game. You put all the cards on the floor. And then you grab a card, and then you let the others ask you 20 questions to guess what cards you have. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, so that's what we did yesterday, and it was really fun. And at the beginning I was like, oh no, that sounds or looks boring. Maybe they're not gonna like it so much. But when I introduced it to him, my 4-year-old and even my 7-year-old was in the back watching, and she was like, oh, I want to play it again. I want to play it too. So I was really surprised that even though it's very educational, they did like it very much. So I hope you guys liked it too. Please don't forget to subscribe and like our Raising Ummah YouTube channel, and visit our Facebook page, Raising Ummah, and don't forget to visit our online bookstore, Raising Ummah Bookstore on Facebook. And the most important thing, as usual, please don't forget to make dua for my family and my kids. Jazakum Allah khayran, and see you in another video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.